Good evening, welcome to Aquatic College. I'm back on the estate lake for another quick method feeder session. Now I was here last night, you would have seen it in my last video, and I was on I'm in. I think it's a tench. Excuse me a second. Don't look at my backside. That was a quick start. So yeah, I'm here for a quick evening session on my estate lake, and it is literally just to get a bend in the rod. So I'll show you my setup, etc. But I'm here to just catch little fish, and this is an example of what I'm catching. It's a little tiny tench, just to get a bend in the rod, a bit of entertainment after a hard day's work. So we'll put it back and I'll continue my intro. If I can start within 2 minutes of getting here. Get in. Sort this gear out. Sorry about that. So yeah, if you've not seen last night's video, I usually fish on my syndicate lake or bigger venues, and I was planning on doing some evening sessions on my syndicate lake, but unfortunately they've started spawning for the second time. So I've decided to come to the estate lake now. The estate lake is literally about 200 feet from my house, and I've never fished it this year. I think I fished it once. Sorry, might have fished it once in winter with Chad. But I wasn't going to renew my membership. Membership goes in April. But I came out and watched Chad, and Chad was on the peg I was on last night, which is the other side, which I'll show you once I've got my rod back out. And he was catching loads of tench and the odd F1, and I thought, you know something, it's a crosser from my house. Gives me a quick bend in the rod. It's a bit of entertainment after work. I can get on here. Like now is 5:45. I can fish on here till it's dark. We're not allowed to fish into dark, but you can fish all the way up to when it gets dark. And apparently there is some 20s in here, which there was a fish kill a couple of years ago, and I thought they'd all been wiped out, but I've been informed that there is some bigger fish in here, so we can aim for them. At the moment I'm just doing method feeder, and then I'll do a more specimen-y campaign as the weeks go on. But yeah, this is what I'm using. Literally got some of the Parker baits, micro pellet, which I've soaked for 30 minutes, and then it's basically soaked up all the water, so it's like a paste with bits of pellet in. So that's what I'm using as my method feeder mix. And then I have got some of the OG fish pellet. Now that ranges from, I think it's 4 to 8 mil, and I'm normally using the 8 mil ones, so you can see that in the middle of my mix there. And I'm literally just underarm chucking it out off the lilies. There's absolutely loads of lilies. There's probably too many lilies in here, but it's really nice. It's a feature to aim for, and I'm literally just underarm flicking it, probably about 4 wraps out, between 4 and 5 wraps, just underarm flicking it, and just seeing whether I can get a couple of fish. To say, I was here last night and I caught quite a few tench. I won't spoil it completely, but I've got quite a few fish, so I've come to the other side today, the other side of the lake, because there was somebody on the peg I was on last night, and yeah, just get a bend for a couple of hours. So hopefully I can bring you something decent, and if not, it's just a bend in the rod. It's good for my mental health, and it's nice to just get out on the bank. So I'm going to get this back out, and hopefully I'll bring you another fish in about 5 minutes. So tonight I am on the far peg to where I was last night. This is peg 25 now. Last night I was over there where that gentleman was, casting over to this bit here. And tonight I've come on the far side. When I was here last night there was fish, bigger fish jumping around this bit here, so I decided to come around this side to have a go into this bit. There was somebody there anyway. I usually fish over there with Chad on 18 and 19. They're pretty good pegs casting over this island bit, which I might do on my next session, which will possibly either be tomorrow or Friday. And this is my quick setup, so I've literally gone really light. So I've got my rod pod, which I've had for about 12 years. I don't even know what make it is. It's rickety, but it does the job. And I've literally got a GoPro. You would have seen the footage already, but I've got a GoPro on that side, and that is literally filming when my rod goes off. And then I've got my Sonik SK4. It's 12 foot 3.5, which is probably a bit overkill for here, but I don't have any smaller rods. And then I have got a Diawa Emblem reel on there, which is a decent reel, just in case I get caught in the snags, etc. It's got decent line on it. And then solar sofa chair. I've got my backpack with all my bits in, and then I've got another camera bag here, because on this side I have a GoPro, which I use to either do time lapses, or when my rod goes off I'll literally do a quick press and it'll record what I'm doing. And then I have my Canon RP with a decent mic there for when I'm doing my talking heads or any detailed talking to camera, etc. There's another option. Got a small tracker mat. It does have a bit that folds out for bigger fish, but for these ones you only need a small one. And then I have got a little small net there. And that's it. Catapult, bits of bait, and that's it. It's really, really minimalistic. I've loved it because I literally live behind those trees there, and I can just walk up here with 3 items, 3 bags, and I have all the gear I need for a quick session. It's completely different to what I do when I specimen fish, and I literally fill my car and bring the kitchen sink with me. So I'm enjoying it. I know it's only small fish. There is a possibility of a bigger fish, but it's just nice, as I say, to get a bend in the rod, a bit of relaxation after work. And it is an absolutely stunning lake. I take this lake for granted, but considering it's in the middle of a housing estate, it's got loads of features, and it really is picturesque. The amount of lilies make the water, I don't think the water's mega clear, but you can see it when the sun's shining on it. It is getting a bit hazy now, so, but it's nice. It's somewhere where I've not really fished. I think this is the 3rd time I fished it this year. I used to fish it all the time when I first started method feeder fishing, then I moved on to specimen fishing. But I'm trying to get back to my roots and try and fill up my time with a bit more fishing, something in between my specimen fishing. So yeah, hopefully after that tench I can bring you a few more, but if not, I'm just going to relax, enjoy the sun going down, and try and appreciate some wildlife. Well, I'm in. Don't go that way, don't go that way, don't go that way. Oh, you little bugger. Come on. Little fighter. There we go, another little small tench. Same again, probably about £1.50. Yeah, cracking that. I'm in again. This feels absolutely tiny. Absolutely tiny. A bit bigger. Still not a monster. I've seen them about £3 in here. But yeah, another little one. I'll get a quick picture with that one and then I'll put it back. Yeah, only number 3. Waited a while for that one, but hopefully the spot's a bit rocky now and we can get a few more before the light fades. I'm in again. Another tiny tench. Where's the F1s? Where are the F1s? I think on my next session. I think on my next session I'm going to have to use bigger hook baits. I think I'm going to try some yellow high vis because as much as I'm loving these tench, I think it's time for a change. We won't get a picture, but another tiny tench. So I'll put it straight back. Just want something a bit bigger to finish with. We'll get it straight back out. These bands, I don't know if they can see that, but they tend to perish over a period of time. It's alright at the moment, but if that perishes I'm going home because I'm not making another rig at this time of night. It's 8:30 now. I'm going to stay till 9 o'clock and hope I can get an F1. Or even better still, a nice carp. So there's some nice carp in here. It's just getting through the tench. which I think a bigger hook bait will be the way. Now don't get the swim ring. We'll sink the line and then we'll get back on the rod rest. So I've really enjoyed it. Say this is my second night. I will be out with Chad on Friday night, so 2 nights time. That'll be on my next video. We're doing the Mighty Chad competition where currently I'm winning 9-0. I'll put the scores of what you get for each fish down this side. But yeah, I'm currently 9-0 up, so hopefully Chad can meet me. He was supposed to meet me tonight, but unfortunately couldn't make it because he's babysitting, or he's been babysat, one of the two. I think he's babysitting his grandson. So yeah, we'll do that with Chad. Well, I'll stick to method, but I think beyond tonight I'm going to switch it up a bit, and I'm going to try more of a carp bait and a carp rig and see if we can target some of the big fish. I've seen a few big fish around, so I'm going to try and do some like sweet corn mix. We're not allowed to spod on here, but I'm going to try and probably do some either solid bags or PVA mesh bags and see whether we can get some of the fish. There won't be as many bites, but if we do get a bite, it should be something decent. But I've really enjoyed it. Today wasn't about catching big fish, or last night. It's just about getting a bit of an escape, getting a bend in the rod, catching a few fish. That bird is, it sounds weird. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Hopefully I can get you, hopefully I can get you 1 or 2 more fish before 9 o'clock, and I'll probably see you with an outro. So yeah, I'm gonna find out what that bird is, and I'll see you in a bit. Well, I'm in. It looks like another small one. Oh, for God's sake. It's all that pellet, and it's another tench. Well, it took a while to get out, but yeah, another little tench. I think I'm going to fish for one more. It's 5 to 9. We'll get one quick one, and then we'll do an outro. And hopefully I've chucked that many pellets out, catapulted loads out. I can get a last minute carp because there's loads of fizzing. Let's get one more. Well, I'm in again. Looks like, you guessed it, there is just so many tench in this lake. I am not doing an outro with that. One more. Definitely not doing an outro with the smallest fish of the night. Oh. Well, if I'd been content with that small tench, I would have been packed up about half an hour ago, because as you can probably tell, probably can't tell on this camera because it holds the light quite well in dark conditions, but it is getting dark now. I need to be off in 10 minutes, and I should have been packed up by now, but since that little tiny tench, I've had loads of line bites like I'm getting now, but yeah, nothing. So I'm gonna hold out for 10 minutes and I'll say the usual thing. You'll either see me with the tench, probably a little tiny one, or you'll see me with that. Oh, rod's gone, rod's gone, rod's gone. Well, you wouldn't believe it. After I let that small tench go, I thought I'll get one more decent fish to do my outro, and I have waited for 40 minutes and it is now practically dark, and as you can see, I was just about to do my outro on my camera and my rod went off. And I've finally got an F1. Look at the tail on that. You can tell it's an F1 because it's not got any of the barbules hanging down from its face. And yeah, that's a cracking way to end the session. Years ago, 10 years plus, when I first started fishing on the res, I used to love catching these. They were the highlight of my day, and this has been the highlight of this evening session. I'm going to leave method feeder fishing now for when I'm out with Chad doing the Mighty Chad competition, and I'm going to get back to my specimen fishing and keep on visiting method feeder now and again just to get a bend in the rod. So yeah, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. If you want to like and subscribe to my channel, I really would appreciate it. If you don't want to, I just like the comments and watching the videos. And hopefully, I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Get it.